Hello, welcome back to REV Endurance Sports and another edition of REV Reviews. This is a series of videos where I take products, test them myself, use them in real-world applications, not just in a lab, and I then give you my honest opinion on them. By the way, this channel is small enough that I am still buying all my own product. I am still experimenting with my own funds, just like you would at home. So I want you to know that no one's paid me to do this and give it a rave review if in fact it's not a good product. I hope that I can always keep that impartialness through the length and the time that I have this channel. In a previous video, we talked about this Squirt Seal product. And I'll see if I can link that in the description below. But this is a good time to hit that like button. It's a good time to subscribe to the channel as well. We are moving along. We've got about 550 subscribers and it's September 29th. So I'm hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's see if you can help me with that journey. Okay, so one of the things that I thought was interesting about this product is that if you add these small little granules, it says it can seal up to 6 millimeter hole, or in this case, a cut. Now, the challenge is it's a pretty significant challenge for this sealant. This is a road tire. So we're not going to be doing a mountain bike tire at about 30 PSI. We're going to be doing a road tire, and we want to get it up to road pressure, which in this case, this is a 25 tire. I weigh about 150 to 155, and a 25 tire, I ride at about 80 PSI. And if you look closely, this is the cut that I am going to try to seal up. And what you'll notice is that it's kind of on the shoulder. So it's not really a sidewall cut and it's not really a crown cut. So it's like right on the shoulder. And a previous product did not work for it. So we're going to try this product. Now, the common sense thing you might be saying to yourself, well, why doesn't he just put a Stan's no tube dart in there, or any other product, any other plug? Well, because I really want to test the limits of tubeless sealant, I want to see if it'll work, right? So that's what we have. That's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so they're asking for, on a road tire, about 60 milliliters. And that's what I've done here. I've measured it out just so it'll be nice and quick. Before we start the video, or before we started the video, I loaded up this syringe, okay? They say they want this poured with the tire open as opposed to pouring it through the valve stem. So we're gonna follow their instructions just the way they said. So I'm just gonna squeeze that in there. It seems pretty thick. It seems like it has a little bit more weight to it than some of the other sealants I've used. And then the next thing we're going to do is, if you look here, it says to use half a capful of this product. And in the previous video, I put those on my hands so you could get an idea of the size of these granules. So what we're going to do is put those inside the tire as well. And my camera person is killing it. All right, I'm going to pour that in there. And looks like we've lost some because one side of the bead was not set. So we're going to pour a little bit more product in there. And now comes the challenging part of trying to set or trying to put the other bead on a Continental 5000, which, by the way, this is my preferred road tubeless tire. It gives me miles and miles and miles of flat-free riding. And the other day I got this cut, and this was the first flat or first tire issue that I remembered from this year, because I always make a note of it on my Strava when I've had a mechanical of some sort. And so I've gone 7,000 miles so far this year without any tire issues, and there was also some time last year as well. So these tires are very, very hard to get on, and if anyone has experienced a Continental 5000 tire install temper tantrum, I completely empathize with you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get our compressor so that we can air this up. Let's close these things up so that nothing spills. What we're going to do is now air this up, and let's find where that, okay, there it is. There's the Sharpie. So here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing to seat. Here we go. Got it to seat. We want to hear some popping. Up. Not sealing. So shut that off so we don't get any extra noise. So we're not okay. So we have it sealed for the time being. So nice and quiet. We don't hear any air escaping. So let's see where we are for pressure. Actually, we can also see this bulging out a little bit too. It seems to be holding. And I've made a Sharpie mark also on the rim so I can keep track of this. When I ride and this Sharpie mark goes away, I still have the mark there. Okay, so let's just see where we are for pressure. And maybe we'll let this sit and cure overnight and see what happens. So it looks like it's at 40. So there's 60. There's a little bit of seepage there. All right. I think that's a good first stab at it. I don't think it's going to hold 80 right now. But we do know that this is a pretty big cut, and I wonder why it's coming actually from the bead. Yeah, hear it? Right, there it is leaking out. So, well, this is our first stab at this, and we'll let it sit overnight and see what happens. All right, well, that was the first attempt at trying to get this to seat and seal with the Squirt product that I will be, I don't know, hopefully riding on this wheel fairly soon. And I don't know if that bead blocking, those little granules, I don't know if they're doing anything just yet. A bead block to me would kind of sound like the issue I'm having right now. The tire bead is not sealing. So anyway, jury's still out, but this is one in a series of videos on this product. We got it at 60 PSI. It seems to be holding. The sidewall shoulder kind of cut seems to be holding. So we will check back in a few days, see how that goes. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you who has subscribed to the channel, watches my videos. And oh, by the way, I get the analytics, so I know that there's 90% of the people watching these videos are not subscribed. So there is a large segment out there that, please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we can grow this channel even more. Okay, thank you so much. In the meantime, we'll see you up the road.